All right. We're getting down in there. Sid appears to be deep in thought. What's up? It calms me to look at her. It's as though I've been reunited with a part of me I never knew was missing. Hardly surprising you did design and build her. I bear good news. The Seed Seers have granted our request to house the Enterprise. We may take as long as we require to repair her. Of course, it would be rank folly to take one moment more than we require. Garuda, lest we forget, grows stronger by the hour. If we are to have any hope of wresting this benighted realm from her talons, it must be needs be soon. Though I am no expert on the workings of airships, it seems plain to me that the Enterprise suffered much from her time in the wilderness. Am I not correct, Sid? You are. Frankly, it's a miracle she carried us this far. As you know, the Howling Eye is encircled by a raging tempest, apt to turn proud trees to matchwood. Our battle will end before it begins if the Enterprise cannot weather the storm. Given time, I believe I can fully repair her. But if this tempest is as fearsome as you say, even that may not be enough. Confound it, there must be a way to brave the fury of the elements. The elements? But of course, that's it. We work upon the element itself using the power of a corrupted crystal. We could clear a path to the storm and spare the Enterprise a battering. I see, you propose to utilize the properties of a crystal to alter the elemental aspect of the barrier. It seems so childishly simple in retrospect. Okay, cocky. Though mayhap not to use Spanky. Oh, thanks. You speak of the manifestations of over-aspected ether that can be found throughout Eorzea. Since the calamity disrupted the land's etheric currents, such crystals have become comparatively commonplace. Which has been a cause of great woe, as they are known to warp etheric energies, including those of living organisms. The point is, we could theoretically use a corrupted crystal to convert the wind-aspected ether, comprising Garuda's barrier, into ether of another aspect, one she cannot control. With certain modifications, the Enterprise should be able to deliver us to the Howling Eye in comfort, however hard Garuda blows. We are getting ahead of ourselves. All of this rests upon our ability to procure a crystal with the necessary property. Have you any idea where we might acquire one? No, but I know a man who might. A scholar by the name of Lambertaint, who resides in Camp Drybone. Strange as it may sound, I met him during my time at the church. Well, Marcus met him, I suppose. Whether out of pity or for want of a more willing listener, he would talk to me for hours at a time about his etheric studies, corrupted crystals being his pet subject. As a result of these conversations, the poor Marquez was obsessed to possess an uncommon knack for theoretical science. Spanky, I need you to return to Thanalan and seek out the scholar. Sid and I will set about repairing the Enterprise in your absence. Why yes, I am Professor Lambertaint. Beg pardon? You wish to hear about my research on corrupted crystals? Truly? But nothing would give me greater pleasure than to discuss my work with a fellow man of science. Ah, so rare it is to find fellow intellectuals in this region. It is even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another, a hermit, to whom the church had given sanctuary. Curious fellow, unsociable, rather daft at first impression, yet possessed of an amazing affinity towards the scientific pursuits. Yeah, but to the matter at hand. Did you say you wish not to conduct field observations, but to harvest a corrupted crystal? Gads, man, at least... Oops. Take the necessary precautions. Oops. Still, your ignorance is somehow endearing. Luckily for you, I have precisely the means by which these inherent dangers may be averted. Simply store the crystal you seek within this warded pod to protect yourself from its deleterious effects. I suppose you will be bombarded with its energies until you place it in the vessel. Perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. In any case, take the pot to Hahasako, a student of mine monitoring the flow of ether at Highbridge. Explain to him your request. He shall instruct you in the finer points of crystal harvesting. Not in here? Ah, down here. Oh, little guy. How many times must be made to explain myself? I am not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I've chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. Oh, frosty. What have we here? A containment vessel? Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambertaint. You thieving knave. I shall call the... Oh, you say the man himself lent it to you. Then you must have sought me out per his instruction, which means he believes me experienced enough to expound upon his explanations. At last, the recognition I so rightfully deserve. Oh, Frabjous Day, Kalu Kale. That I should be chosen to guide this man. Yes, I, Hahasako, greatest of Professor Lambertaint's pupils, shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. The devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with a bounty of supply of substance. Something tells me that naught but a perfect peace will satisfy your high standards. In which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths. Amidst the flowing waters and the murderous mirror nights lies the most fantastic formation I have found this far. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to separate a small fragment from the large cluster. Place it within the warded pot and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of the burning wall is treacherous and terrifying, but advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. Very well. Okay. Wait, what? What's going on here? Let's get the hell out of here. Is it down there? Oh, I see, but we can't go that way just yet. Does this keep going somewhere over here? Okay. Are we supposed to like get through this place, but we can't? Use the maul to fracture the corrupted cleanser. Maybe it's in your trunks here. We'll have the answer. Oh, here's the way. Oh, there it is right there. Oh, I guess we do just need to walk back out of here. Oh, I can't jump off the edge. I see you've come galumphing back. Have you the crystal then? Ew. What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lambertaint will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. Yeah. My keen scholar sense tells me you've obtained a corrupted crystal. Am I right? Indeed. You would grant me a moment to examine the crystal. It is as you desired, a corrupted crystal overflowing with wind-aspected ether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected ether? Oh dear, that may prove problematic, as this crystal could only serve to strengthen the barrier. Suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objectives from the start. Had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Hahasako. But what is science, if not trial and error? And surely you can see this failure has taught you nothing. Think, man. You now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, a crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable resource for the ethereal studies conducted by the students of Baldessian. You've heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. You alright? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you from your task. You're still a corrupted crystal to find. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Sienna, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern La Nausea. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern La Nausea was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Haha, now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was western La Nausea, Pharaoh Sirius, on the Isles of Umbra, to be precise. Can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Dalamud's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Alaport, attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Sienna's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift warded pot, as she think you unprepared for the task. Okie doke. Ooh, Sienna. Eh? Corrupted crystals? Sir, I have no interest in being the butt of your jokes. So if you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Lambertine did send you. Beg your pardon, it seems you got off on the wrong foot. I'm Sienna, greatest of the professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh gods, just listen to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. I told the professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Eorzea is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Fortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. I'm happy you'll have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. Very well. Ah, you startled me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? Or with all the fatuous gossip of spirits and specters haunting the Isles of Umbra. Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. Erkman. You're keen on traveling to the Isles of Umbra? Bloody hells, lad. Are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death, and more death. Okay? Oh, they're down. The Isles of Umbra? What interest have you inside that godforsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Eorzea, the Isles have become naught more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them. Oh, Spanky, return. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with the undead, you say? That is a very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than local folklore. As for why all travel to the Isles of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap it's considered too dangerous, Owing to the abandonment of Pharaoh Sirius? Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there I heard tell of a man named Skifrin, who was recently detained after returning from the Isles of Umbra. It's the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. Fair enough. I have to go back. She calls me, sings to me. Tell Mimidoa I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Well, you could release me? Yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Let me go to her. Weird. What does Skifrin have to say? That's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care less about how much he misses his favorite bar wench. Well, what was that about a man named Mimidoa? Wait, I know that name. That's the bastard who grabbed my arse the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him a feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. Oh yeah, Lalafell. Another Nishiraya? No? Don't argue. Speak up so I can hear you. Fuck me, is this what I think it is? That couldn't be. You found this, you say? Where did you say you found it? Skifrin, you say? Was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's not left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch up Pharaoh, serious he was. Company sent me to supervise the lot of them. Weren't getting work done on their own, see? Half of them walked off, half of them ran off, half of them up and vanished. What's that? I've been looking for passage to the Isles of Umbra? Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidoa. Tell him how the land lies. Nobody been interested till you came a-calling. Whole port's up in arms about spirits and so forth. If I had the gill, I'd hire some sellswords and let him sort it out. But you'll deal in a pinch, you will. Show this parchment to the skipper, and he'll see ye there and back. Very well. Oh, we have to go to Sina. You went and had a word with Mimidoa. I had the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. You mean that disgusting creature was Skifrin's superior? I find that hard to believe, but this written passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I say, it is a relief to work with such an industrious man as you. I look forward to hearing of discoveries you'll make on the Isles of Umbra. Without me. Fine. Fine, I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well. But 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. You're already haunting me. Take me to the Isles of Umbra, he bids. As if it's as simple as, oh, I see, you've got a written passage. Alright then, climb aboard. Nice. Sienna. This doesn't seem all that bad. I'm saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but oh, the hell's with this. Take your pot and go on without me. You harvested corrupted crystals before, right? It isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you would please excuse me. Beg your pardon, sir, but how did you come here? Access to the island is currently restricted. Old pot, not sure I follow. I see you wish to harvest a corrupted crystal. Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. The writ Master Mimidoa gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. The giant massive crystal struck the lighthouse. It caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. Aye, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Pharaoh Sirius were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Contraption, not contraption. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance. At the ship graveyard to the south, what's drawn them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Spanky. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago, seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship graveyard. Be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might behoove you to question them. It's all there for the taking. 5 bleeding years worth of wrecks and their cargo. But those queer dead things and that voice, actually that voice was quite nice. You saw them too? Dead people, just shambling about. Not a care in the world except when they do seem to care, that is, and start shuffling towards the water. Lewis. Cause that voice, that single fleeting verse, I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. What? Yeah, go back where you were. The talk of an alluring voice is disturbing familiar, as if, but that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? But if they have returned, that would mean... Oh, beg your pardon. I was just thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word that Master Mimidoa would be arriving any moment. Apparently he grew tired of waiting for the lanky young lad with the 1,000-yalm stare to return, which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you have, but you should probably go and explain yourself. What's been keeping you, initiate? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Hey, some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk that wandered near a ship graveyard, and it stirred up the dead and all. Bloody hells, it takes me back to my days as a cannon boy sailing under old Mistbeard. They wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned them last time. But they bloody would. Or wouldn't they, brazen old biddies? Some folks said that as the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in me bones as this day would come. And come it has. Aye, I'd bet me bum, Eorzea behind all this. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety. Nay, shit, I speak o' the other kind. Them what's got feathers and lure sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end there. No, drowning's just the start. See, even in death, a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do her bidding till his corpse can't do no more. It's a fate I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, except maybe a drink, and I'd regret it after. Any road, 'tis up to us to stop this hell's-born hussy before she takes another soul. Of course, we can't send you marching off to war without these. The siren have no power, or a man who can't hear his song. It's lucky for you I carry a spare pair, and lucky for both of us I'm superstitious, old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we'd best head to her, to the ship graveyard and the shit. Uh-oh. She passes near the shore. She's sure to spin the campfire and come looking. Ugh. Should just by the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. Whoops. I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. Quiet, do you hear that? 'Tis her. Look over the water, she's come. She's come. Ooh, he's pretty. We're glad to shove them plugs in the ears and get ready for a fight. As soon as she realizes you're deaf to her ditty, she'll call on her thralls and we'll be up to our necks in corpses before you know it. With her embrace, and everything all. True love spun, his cruelty's reward. No more dark eclipse. The hearts. Did it, that was it. Hey, am I alright? Ah, better than that, Initiate. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse I am. Of course, I'd be happy to sailor with two what's-its if we'd gutted the songstress. But you can't have everything, can you? She'll not come crooning around here again, no. Not for a while, any road. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for the help, bugger me. I clean forgot your name. Remind me, Spanky? Don't recall having no Initiate by that name. If you're not me old mate, or what's name, why have you been so bloody helpful? Ah, never mind. Be seeing you, lad. Goodbye. Oh, we gotta go back to Zavid's. Oh, whoops. Oh, we do have a level quest as well. David. You mean it was a siren? But how were you able to resist her song? See, I had heard that Master Mimidoa was involved in the first purge, but I never actually... He survived an ordeal like that. I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted. Safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please, take it with my compliments. Oh, very nice. Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Spanky. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say, and more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Aha, the conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might have a closer look. Blue Sassel. Impressive, very impressive. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Spanky. Seldom if I have ever encountered a corruptible crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire aspected ether. What, you wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice aspected ether to counteract the effects of raging wind? Oh, well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. Just have to keep looking, I suppose. Don't fret, I know exactly where you can find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice aspected ether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. Hey, what's that expression? I thought you'd be pleased to hear this news. That is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. What's even better is that this time you wouldn't need to use that warded pot of yours to protect yourself from the crystal's energies. Iden's findings suggest that it is quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It has been such a pleasure, Spanky. Come back and see me sometime, alright? Okay, so this is a good opportunity to do some bard stuff. Welcome back, Spanky. By your tranquil countenance, it is plain that both your body and soul are in readiness for the next stage of your journey. Very well, the time is ripe that I teach you the Ballad of the Vainglorious Fool. The song tells the tale of an archer of God's quiver whose peerless skill was surpassed only by his hubris. Alas, that hubris led to the annihilation of his entire regiment at the battle which has come to be called the Massacre of Griffin Crossing. Ahem. Standing guard in dead of night, an archer wearying of the sight, drunk on pride and starved of glory, forsook his post to claim victory. 10 score yalms then the archer crept, when shrieks rang out where his comrades slept, for he was not there to see the knives, nor to ring the bell and save friends' lives. Tell me, Spanky, what lessons can be learned from this tale? Ah, but hold that thought. What your tongue claims to understand interests me not. As before, I'd sooner have you demonstrate the fruits of your learning with the bow in hand. This time, however, you shall have the pleasure of my company. Have you escort me to Gilmora Ruins in the North Shroud. It is there that some few fallen from the massacre of Griffin Crossing have been laid to rest. Pray honor this place of remembrance with a bouquet of lilies. Heed me, O puissant Althik. Cast thee back the reins to the firmament, that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. The enemy van? Was he tripping out? No, I cannot. Oh, he was the one. Why do I still draw breath? We have to deal with this guy. Is he gonna be any help? That is sin of the past would beget another. Forgive me, Spanky. Where is he? Ooh, that was intense. You scaredy cat. As you have doubtless noticed, I am no longer capable of wielding a bow. I whom they call the God's Bow. I had hoped that the years would take the edge off the memories, but I hoped in vain. Absolution does not come so easily. Heed me well, Spanky, for I shall reveal all to you. The man sung of the ballad of the vainglorious fool, whose hubris doomed an entire regiment. He and I are one and the same. No kidding. Being no stranger to the bow, he will know the archer's role in battle is that of support. His charge is to thin out the enemy line, that his comrades might gain ground in the field of battle. By that most basic of criteria, I was unfit to hold a bow from the first. In my pride and lust for glory, I sent countless souls to a bloody grave. Good men and women, all with loved ones and bright futures awaiting them. I lost the will to live that day, becoming an empty husk of a man, tormented in sleep and wakefulness both by the memories of my crime. But the gods were not without mercy. They gifted me with song, that I might find a measure of solace in my wretched existence. Wretched, indeed. A new melody resounds within you, I see. Though this outing was rather far departed from what I had in mind, it still bore fruit, gives me comfort. On that note, let us conclude the lesson. I dare say I have no cause to worry that you will repeat the selfsame mistake as the vainglorious fool. Spanky, I would be alone for a while. Take yourself back to camp. I shall make my own way there presently. Your empathy unlocks echoes of an ancient melody within you. My empathy, eh? Oh yeah, deals unaspected damage with a potency of 100. Additional effect grants to all party members within 30 yalms, increasing their direct hit rate by 3%. Shot to grant repertoire. When damage over time is dealt, repertoire reduces weapon skill cast time and recast time, spell cast time and recast time, and auto attack delay by 4%. Can be stacked up to 4 times. Actually does not show a recast timer with any other. Okay. So what did we get? I'm glad to see you safely returned. I rasped my voice hoarse through the saying of it. I cannot tell you enough times how much I regret dragging you into such danger. Yet there is more I would ask of you. If you would do me the kindness of lending me your ear, then pray speak now. Reign of Death. Fantastic. Percentage. So mages. Oh, Reign of Death. Okay. Listen to my request that you know me for the vainglorious fool I am. I am humbled. The boon I ask of you is simple. I would have you sing for me. We'll sing for Jehantel. A heartfelt performance, masterfully delivered. You have come far in such a short time, my young apprentice. Hearing your song this day, I'm convinced that you are well on your way to surpassing me, as Bard and Archer both. Soon there will be naught left for me to impart to you. Spanky, you have proven yourself worthy of the consecrated garments worn by the true bards of old to honor the Keeper. Speak of the choral attire. Attire was entrusted to me when Puknopoki and I first met, deep within the Twelveswood. The Moogle and I had traded scarce more than a handful of words when he preferred to me the attire along with the soul of the bard. At that time I knew not the true power of song, and so declined the gifts, but Puknopoki would not be denied. While his good humor, the Moogle can be as unmoving as a rock. The attire chooses the wearer, not the other way round, he insisted, and I found myself yielding to his will. In mastering the verses of war, I won acclaim beyond my wildest dreams upon the field of battle, and for a time I was well pleased. Alas, my lust for glory knew no bounds, the consequence of which you are already aware. It was in the wake of the massacre of Griffin Crossing. Stricken with guilt, I wanted not more than the earth to open up to swallow me whole. I had lost the will to live, but I was too craven to end it myself. So I took to wandering aimlessly in search of a place to die, far from the judging eyes of men. Disillusioned with the power of song, I committed an act of folly. I scattered the choral attire across the realm. Truly the attire chooses its wearer, then let it find its way back to me. Determined I would not be proven wrong, I went to great pains to ensure the attire would never again see the light of day. And the pieces now rest in places of peril. Being the proud fool that I was, it never crossed my mind that mayhap another was meant to don it. I would entrust the choral attire to you, Spanky, but as you can see, you must needs brave dangers to claim it. I shall mark its whereabouts on your map, but I can afford you no further aid beyond that. Deeply sorry for my folly of years past has entailed this burden upon you, but Althik works in mysterious ways. In his wisdom, it may be that he has sent his trial to test your spirit. I mean not for my sentiments to encumber you, but I am convinced that you are the one chosen by the choral attire. Pray do not take this license for complacency. Trials wouldn't be called such if they failed to tax one's ability. Stay ever on your toes, Spanky. I would have you return whole of body and bearing the 4 parts of my surrendered raiment. Heed me, O puissant Althik. Reverse thee the seasons turning, that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. This thing. Oh, that's nice. Oh, there we are. Raid sack. Oh, this way. Oh no, I died. Actually, screw it, let's go back. know if this is where we want to be anyway, is it? Okay, let's get out of here. This looks intense. Oh, is that not what I was looking for? Yeah. Oh, it's up there. Oh, so I still gotta go up and around. Oh my god. Can we get through this without getting attacked? Oh no, I'm gonna die out here. Yeah. God, this all seems like exactly the wrong way to be going right now. There we go. Ugh. Fantastic. So you have returned, sound of body and mind, I trust, and you bear the 4 parts of the choral attire. Knew you for the true owner of these garments ere I heard your song. Since the day we met, your determination has reminded me of much of what I have lost, and what I would have again. I have at last settled my heart on a matter that has plagued me for some decades. When my preparations are complete, you shall know of my decision. Until then, may your song lift the spirits of your allies, and your arrows seek the hearts of your foes. Okay. Head in. Greetings and salutations. Mr. Spankerson, I presume? Sienna informed me of your adventures in Alaport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. As Professor Lambertaint is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek could be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Twellswood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You're familiar with Spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones. Well, one such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the Twellswood. Fortunately for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest. Assuming they can even be digested, and I am reasonably confident one's resigned still within its gut. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when... you couldn't care less about all this, could you? To the point, then, Giggity seldom makes his presence felt unless there is a particularly fine fodder to be had. Therefore, he shall require a lure, and I have precisely the sort he will find impossible to resist. Simply place this true heart. I shall save the story of the origin of its unusual name for another occasion, outside of the Spriggan's lair, and wait for the opportune moment to pounce. As for the method by which he retrieved the crystal from his gut, I shall leave that to your discretion. It's gonna get gross. Oh, what, can I not go through here? Wait, is there still another person here? Yeah. Oh, that's not the one I want. Oh, did I just fall to my death? Oh my goodness. Oh wait, let's set this one to home just in case. Get through this way? Seems to be the map of where I am. Guess we need to go up. Oh my god. This is gonna get gnarly. Oof. Alright, head in. Ah, pretty not sneak up on me like that. It's grossed in. Wait, what is that? God, it's an awful smell. My word, that is breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. Oh, and I also see you weren't averse to digging through freaking entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know? This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the warded pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth-aspected ether. Calm down, I just digest. It is composed of ice-aspected ether. Worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous two attempts were for naught. I was neglected to return. Beg your pardon, Spanky, I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, there was a message for you from Professor Lambertain. Something about a man named Marcus? Apparently the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. Occurs to me I have yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? It would reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. Ah well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. Alright, I think we're going to leave it there for tonight. Actually, maybe not. Let's keep going for a little bit. Ah, Mother Me unit's still here. Ah, this is probably where he is. Oh? Oh yes, I do wish to proceed to the landing area. There we go. Oh, repairs and modifications have been completed. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. Run some tests to be sure, but this looks like exactly what we need. Or not, Spanky. I'll see your hard work doesn't go to waste. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it will become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. When I look at her, I feel as though I've come home. I can think of no other way to express it. Ooh, we just leveled up. According to my test, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. You must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, we cannot be sure this will work. I think it only fair to tell you there's a small but statistically insignificant chance a crystal could trigger a massive... Maybe it's better we remain positive. Spanky, I want to thank you for reuniting me with my ship, for trusting in me to develop this plan, for everything. You helped me rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I am not the man I once was, and I do not know if I ever shall be. I do know one thing. This feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand.
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs.
Let's do this.
To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda. Enterprise, engage.
Engage.
Damn it! I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you.
Oh, is he echoing him?
Just how long have I worn these damn goggles? Yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father. Born and raised in Garlemald. It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything, and your loved ones cease to matter?
Oh, that's his father.
You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not. Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession. And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks. Yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles. Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home. I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light. It was you, wasn't it? It's surprising how few people know this, but all pure-blood guardians have a third eye. Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this, to carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy. Sorry to have been such a burden. I remember everything.
Everything.
My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything. Come, it would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
Oh, this place looks twisted. Make ready, Spanky, for the end it is nigh, be it hers or our own. The Howling Eye. Ah, we're ready. Who dares intrude upon my sanctuary? Your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers. 12 preserve. She's huge. As I live and breathe. Over there, look. Amal Jah and coupled prisoners. But why would the Ixal bring them here? Wherefore come you hither, foolish mortals? Garuda, we are come to put an end to your reign of terror. Hear you this blasphemy, my children? These landwalkers would bring me low. You who are bound to crawl upon the earth should revere me, for I am the wind. I am the wind. Did we not take to the skies and slip your defenses? We are bound by nothing, Garuda. You think your playthings give you strength? They will not help you here, Landwalker. This is my realm, where none can challenge my supremacy. Struggle though you may, I shall slake the roots with your blood and festoon the canopy with your entrails. Ha ha ha. Oof. Slay the unfeathered ones we shall. As an offering to Garuda, they will serve. Leave the Excel to us, Spanky. We will keep them distracted while you deal with her. Okay, very well. Do not fail, Spanky. Remember, you fight for the Scions for Eorzea. This worm would die by mine own hand. Come then, I shall grant you that which you seek. Oh. What was that? Oh, we died. Did we do it? Oh my god, oh no. Alright, we got raised. No! We got you. What? How in the hells? Ah, this is my realm. You have no hope here. None. You truly believe you could defy a god, Landswalkers? My power is limitless, my children legion, and they have rendered unto me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me, their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning, mortals, and those who would use my crystals to waken the rest shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me, the one true God. Alright. Wholly egotistical. Of course, worship. So long as the Ixal keep praying, she will never fail. Then let's stop them. Ugh. Haha, no harm will come to you, my children. This is only the beginning, landwalkers. All who oppose me shall suffer for their defiance. Soon the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment. The desert vermin next, their walls of stone will not shield them from the tempest. And then will I take vengeance on the sea lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit you all in time, and all shall be mine. You, landwalker, you who dare to raise your hand against me, you shall be the first to pay for your sins, not with your death, but with your life. You will serve me to your last breath. No, I claimed you. You should be mine. Can't touch me, I have the shining. A last crystal. What are you? What have you done to me? No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible.
Why do you not tremble at my might? Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die?
We've done it!
Ah! Impossible it is!
Kill you all! Is that all?
Ooh.
O Lady of the Vortex, O mighty Garuda. Of all primals, the most terrible, I say again, is that all?
Gaius!
Ah, Sid, my boy, you look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country. I wonder what else you will forsake before the day is done.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day? Well, I shall accomplish far more.
Is that all? Is that all? Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer! That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you! Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
Our Lord of the Inferno Almighty, bring, grant us succor in our hour of need.
Save us, Titan, Lord of Crags! It hurts us so! The pain! The pain!
What is she? 12 preserve. She cannot mean to.
Oh, now we have to fight them all again?
No. No, this is all wrong.
Stop gawping, boy. We must run.
Surrender yourselves unto me! I would feast upon your ether! None shall stand against the wind!
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire!
What is that?
It is you who will suffer, Garuda. Ancient Alec had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
No! No! No!
Magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
Oh my god.
With each primal it consumes, it grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
Such is the fate of those who oppose the Empire. There will be no warriors of light to save you this time. If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender. Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
Have mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation? And who was that armored devil?
That was Gaius van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and supreme commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst expectations. What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts, but that was the extent of their aggression.
Damn it, Gaius! Where in the seven hells did you find that thing?
It has been a day of unexpected developments, but the fact remains, Garuda is no longer a threat. While I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side. For the time being, at least.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed. But first, we must needs find out all we can. Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions. All is not yet lost, my friend. For we bear the light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
Okay. Experience I'd rather not have again. Something has been troubling me, Spanky. Before the Black Wolf took center stage, when Garuda attempted to claim you as her own, I would have sworn I saw... But I'm sure I'm mistaken. In times of great stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread, even the most inquiring mind. Forget I mentioned it. Turning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we may consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe will dare summon their gods so long as that weapon exists. Truly, a more effective deterrent I could not imagine. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. Okay. Exciting stuff. I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Thank you for hanging out. I'll talk to you next time.